Elon Musk and SpaceX secretly collaborated with the Pentagon to create the most powerful weapon. During the development of the world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Ford, the U.S. government decided to implement the most advanced technologies to maximize the ship's efficiency. This may surprise you because we found development details that no one has mentioned before. It's not for nothing that the aircraft carrier is armed with missiles that cannot be shot down. Let's just say that the Pentagon's technology was not enough and Congress had to ask for help. What role did Elon Musk play in the development of the Gerald R. Ford? And why has he been in trouble with the government since then? Find out now.
So there is a high bill up front for this carrier, without a doubt, as a first of class. But it is designed from the outset to operate more efficiently and to have greater availability due to the reduced maintenance requirements.
The development of such a significant weapon as the USS Ford aircraft carrier could not have been without its challenges and surprises. From the very beginning, the engineers were faced with a choice, either to refit and improve the old ships or to create a new one. As a result, the second option turned out to be more convenient, faster, and more practical. The aircraft carrier is being built by Huntington Ingalls Industries, which is the only nuclear ship manufacturer in the United States. Later, several other companies joined the development, including Lockheed Martin, which created a laser system for the ship, as well as another company that's not previously been involved in military matters. As you may have already realized, it was SpaceX. But we'll tell you exactly what it provided the Gerald R. Ford a little later. In 2017, the development was completed and the world saw the most expensive aircraft carrier in the United States, the Gerald R. Ford, which with its launch demonstrated the beginning of a new era of American military power.
With that in mind, today it is my great pleasure to announce that the Department of the Navy's newest aircraft carrier, CVN-78, the first in a new class of CVN-21 carriers.
What can it surprise you with? Well, with everything. Have you ever been on a football pitch? Then combine 10 of them in your head and you'll get the size of this giant's deck alone. The height of the aircraft carrier is 249 feet. For those who have a fear of large objects, seeing a ship like this is a real nightmare. With such a huge size, the ship needs to consume a huge amount of energy, so the aircraft carrier uses two of the latest A-1B nuclear reactors, each the size of a shopping haul, which consumes 120 tons of water for cooling. It's here that Elon Musk's work begins to be seen. The initial version of the reactor used old turbines to pump water. Given the size of the ship, these turbines simply did not have time to cool the reactor properly. You can imagine what would happen if a nuclear reactor overheated. Fortunately, among SpaceX's rocket technologies, there were also turbine designs. In general, they were designed for hydrogen-fueled rockets, but as it turned out, if you make calculations for the new requirements and make upgrades for the new density of materials, these turbines are perfect for part of the cooling system. With the innovation, the reactor can operate uninterruptedly for 25 years and generate electricity to power all ship systems.
The solution that we're building here today at Gerald R. Ford will last for the next 50 plus years. It will last throughout our lives. If we get this right, Gerald R. Ford will go on to be not just the most technologically advanced warship in the Navy, but the greatest warship in the Navy.
The nuclear reactor also powers the laser weapon installed on the aircraft carrier. Its name is LAWS-2, and it's a state-of-the-art automatic laser gun with several modes of operation. Lockheed Martin engineers worked on its creation, but they also needed Elon Musk's help in setting up the control model because the laser must independently identify targets, and this requires powerful artificial intelligence, which Elon has. Not for nothing that he develops his own robots. In normal mode, LAWS-2 has a power of 200 kilowatts, which makes it possible to disable the electronics in enemy vehicles and missiles.
There are two advantages. One, the cost per kill, the recurrent is low, and the second is that there is no ammunition.
Fighter jets, projectiles, and even enemy boats are at risk, but this is still not enough for absolute protection. However, 400 kilowatts in the second mode of operation already allows you to reach bombers and frigates at a maximum distance of 12 miles. And the most useful option is the ability to work without human intervention. Thanks to SpaceX's artificial intelligence, the laser can detect targets, distinguish between an enemy and an ally, and instantly destroy the enemy if necessary.
If you push the button, your beam touches the rocket at the speed of light. But then it has to keep pumping energy.
This system makes the Lodge 2 one of the most powerful laser systems used for military purposes. But it's far from the best thing on the Gerald Ford aircraft carrier. Earlier this year, the United States successfully tested its first hypersonic missile called Hawk. However, after the test, they no longer talked about it. The Americans again emphasized hypersonic weapons around the time when the situation between Israel and the Gaza Strip began to escalate, because with this missile, the development of the conflict and bringing it to war could have been avoided. However, as soon as the Gerald Ford arrived in the Mediterranean for the exercise, it became known that it was carrying the same Hawk missile. It accelerates to a speed of more than Mach 5, i.e. more than 3,700 miles per hour, rises to 12,400 miles, and dives into the target from a distance of more than 500 miles. The representative of the Ministry of Defense decided not to disclose the maximum range, but according to preliminary results, it's 1,550 to 1,860 miles. Of course, SpaceX engineers also worked on the development of this missile, because who else but they should have the technology capable of doing this? They were directly involved in the design of the Hawk body and engine, and as a result, they created a missile that is literally impossible to shoot down by any air defense system. It's hard to overestimate Elon Musk's usefulness in military affairs, but why did the billionaire have problems with the government after cooperating with the Pentagon? The positions of the Pentagon and Elon Musk contradict each other. In an interview with the press, Musk said, "I think I can really be useful in conflicts," clearly hinting at cooperation with the government. But now Musk is strangely going against the government, either supporting Russia or advocating an anarchic attitude. But also, in his answer to the journalist, the billionaire added, "I'm trying to take a series of actions that are most likely to make the future better. I'm doing everything I can to ensure a good future for humanity. That's what I want to do." Well, while Elon Musk and the Pentagon are on opposite sides, we can still discuss the result of their joint work, namely the aircraft carrier that arrived for training in the Mediterranean. This also looks rather suspicious because it was after the arrival of the aircraft carrier that military events began in Israel. Strange, isn't it? One way or another, let's leave it to theorists to speculate and say that the United States does have a reason to help Israel. The Pentagon has repeatedly conducted joint development of military equipment. To be more precise, the United States financed it and Israeli engineers carried out the order. This is beneficial for both countries as development is much faster using technologies from both sides. This cooperation has been going on for a decade, and of course the United States wants to help its ally and partner and earn the reputation of a defender, while at the same time preserving common developments that should not fall into the hands of any enemy. And this is the end of the video. If you liked the video, you can support the channel by subscribing or simply liking it. Write in the comments what other topics you'd like to see a video on this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.